And hey everybody, this is Richard,
And Jesse.
and we are bringing you a different kind of vibe for the foreseeable future, or the unforeseeable future, depending on which way you want to look at that.
Right, foreseeable future, I'd say.
Yeah, but see, most of us are blind, so is it really
but...
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I see where you're going with that.
Yeah. Do you really see where I'm going, though?
I do. So our podcast has an official new name now.
No, I think we're going to stick with the blind guys.
So we don't have to be the official Knights of the Braille podcast or anything?
I do believe Jim's going to use us, so, of course, we're used to him using us. For his,
it's always ever done, yeah.
Yeah. But we're going to do this live on Twitch, because we're there right now live for the 2 viewers that we have, maybe 3 by now. But
it's gonna grow. It's gonna grow. Don't worry.
So many things I could say there. But,
I know. I was thinking the same thing.
That's why we think alike. But we're going to get started off here. As far as Knights of the Braille news,
it doesn't matter about Knights of the Braille.
I'll tell Jim you said that. Oh wait, I think he may be one of our viewers. So
I'm just kidding, Jim. You know that.
A little bit of news there. Nothing major to report. We have had the Everyone Games event back in October. Huge success. While I didn't run the game, I did spend all of that Friday doing music for other streams and all. So
I bet you didn't want to hear a dice roll again after that event. You were like, I don't want to hear anything ever again.
No, I did not. I did not want to hear a D&D game or any other kind of
Did we take the next week off of both our games?
I believe we did.
Because of that, I think.
Yeah, I was just like way burnt out.
I don't care about perception checks. I don't care about...
Yeah, you want to do it? Sure, go fight the dragon. I really don't care. Dragon bites your head off. Well, you didn't roll to attack. No, he bit it off.
he bit your head off anyway.
It was a big success. I got to play in a one shot of Dungeon World with Matt, who is Blind Fury and has been on the Knights of the Braille podcast a couple of times. A lot of fun. In fact, it is, unless I am mistaken, the only game that Jim and I have actually got to play in together. Usually it's either him running it or me running it.
One of you, yeah. One or the other, yeah.
So that was a lot of fun.
We need to do another Aliens game. You and me.
Yes.
With him running it. That was so much fun. Dungeon World's something I'm interested in a little bit.
It's really simple. I really enjoy it. Very basic. But let's see, we have had that event. There are several games going on the Knights of the Braille server. So be sure to check that out, and you can find that at the website, which is www.knightsofthebraille.com. Let's see, we have a Cats RPG, which I've not been able to play, but I have heard it's a lot of fun. Yes.
I didn't know that.
Buddy of mine, Phil, also Mudu the Ewok, from the Star Wars campaign that I ran, but had to stop, runs it. I've heard it's a lot of fun. I want to play it. But
you don't like cats.
Exactly. I want to be the dog in the whole thing. Chase the cats up the tree and just sit there, and then scratch my ears and lick parts of me that I probably shouldn't lick. Just like a cat, but it's just in dog form. And let's see, what else is going on? There's the Rime of the Frost Maiden homebrew.
Which is a lot of fun.
I'm glad that y'all enjoy that.
As anyone who listens to it, as I say, I play the big fucking elephant.
Bodar, who used to be...
Instead of the BFG, that Roald Dahl book, I'm the BFE.
And let's see, Jim's running a group right now.
He's doing the Warhammer still, right? Or
Yes, he is doing Warhammer, and he's also doing another one, and I can't remember if it's Mutant Year Zero or another one, because that was one of the last two they had talked about doing.
Just the name of that sounds cool.
It does, and I was going to play, but it's like, I'm going to let somebody else, that may want to jump in and enjoy it. Let's see, we also have the PWB, which is a wrestling-based narrative storyline tabletop game. You do roll in it, just not nearly as much as other wrestling feds that are, tabletop.
Now, is that the same as the KWF was, or is that something totally different?
No, it's totally different. This one, where the KWF was like dice rolls and play by post, the PWB meets approximately once every 6 weeks or so, and is narrative based. So you call what you're doing in the ring, and then you turn it over to your opponent, or they can spend I think 2 momentum and take control of the match. You do promos, you tell what's going to happen. It's a lot of fun. I played in my first session this past Saturday and really, really enjoyed it.
I feel like someone may enjoy that.
Yeah, he was there. I talked smack to him. He ran like a chicken. Go figure,
I was thinking more of your podcast co-host.
Well, we are looking for other people if you are interested in playing. I can get you the information.
There's also another game you kind of forgot about, I think.
I hadn't got to it yet.
I figured you were going to just, because of, how we are, you're just going to skip right over it for fun.
I can do it now, even though you've called it up, making you look like the idiot here. But there's also another D&D game ran on Tuesday nights. I know we call it the Storm Slayers, but I can't remember the actual name of the campaign. Storm King's Thunder?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Because we always change our WhatsApp to the campaign that we're in, so it's like, that's what I call it.
I think the best was the Dentists.
Oh, that was awesome. I loved them. Just took a tooth from everything that we killed. It's just freaking amazing.
That was pretty awesome.
Let's see, there's another group going on as well. Can't remember what it's called.
Is there still that D&D campaign on, what was it, Saturdays?
I'm not sure.
Okay, because I know there was one.
I haven't talked to any of them, so I'm not 100% sure.
Because I knew there was one that was ran by someone that was in the Tuesday campaign that I was a part of.
Yes. I know it was ran on Saturday nights. I said, I'm not 100% sure.
Right, yeah.
About that one. Not sure if Eric is still running his on Tuesday nights or not either.
They are. I'm still part of, even though I can't participate, I'm part of the email group, and they still are.
Okay. So there's several games going on the Discord, and of course we're always looking for new game masters and players as well. So again, be sure to check out our Discord, check out our website. Links to the website will be in the description of the podcast. Definitely on YouTube as soon as I can figure out. Well, it's on Twitch as well. I did it one day, but can't figure out how to get back there again. So be sure to check that out. As far as the rest of the podcast here, it's really going to be us talking about some accessibility stuff, things that we enjoy doing, like at home, and things like that. And I
enjoy long walks on the beach.
Yeah, with your big, huge afro and your tiny, tiny ears, listening to the waves.
Right. Yep.
But I'll let Jesse take the microphone for a bit and tell us some stuff about you and
stuff about me. Let's see. I have been playing Knights of the Braille since it began. Was that 2 years now? 3 years? I don't even remember. I had always wanted to play D&D, and I was looking at top tech tidbits, and there was like, oh, someone's starting a D&D group for people that are interested that are blind. I'm like, oh, I'm into this. So I entered not knowing what I was doing. I named my first character Jesse, which was ridiculous.
That's original, though.
Yeah, it was, but then he just became Craigor, which was his last name. Just because once I finally figured out like what I was doing, I'm like, I don't want to name this character off of me. And I've really enjoyed all the characters I've played. Craigor was a paladin, human paladin. I was Talon, which was an half-elf ranger that I kind of played like a ninja and a daredevil. Of course, there's Bodar, who is the big fucking elephant. And what may be my favorite character was Kelton, the wild magic shifter, who... So my phone is ringing. That was very unprofessional.
Yes, it is.
Kelton, who was a wild magic shifter who destroyed a windmill that killed the whole party.
Kelton was pretty awesome, and that was in the Curse of Strahd campaign.
Yes.
And we talked about this in one of the segments that I hosted for the April 1 Games events. But, I'll ask you, how do you feel, or what do you feel that D&D has done for you personally?
For me personally, it has, you'll understand this, it has really scratched the itch of role-playing that I used to get from fantasy wrestling that I don't do anymore.
Right.
I really enjoyed getting to the mind of the character, and it's also one of the other things I really love is, the friendships you form, the group of people that you meet. With our campaigns in particular, there's only 2 people that are one campaign specific. Everyone else is the same. And it's just funny how if you get along with the people well, your characters, that'll bleed into your characters will get along as well. Like they'll work together well and the party dynamic will go really well. I think one thing I really noticed is you really need to get along as people for the party really to flourish. Like you can enjoy the game and, oh, I love my character, but there's nothing like the camaraderie that you get in game, especially if you get along out of game. Like I was in a campaign where I got along with everybody, but it wasn't really until the campaign with what is now the Rhymers that I really felt that I hit my stride. Like I truly cared about my character and I truly cared about what happened to everybody in the group. And that's mainly because you get along so good outside of the game that it translates into the game.
Yeah, it bleeds through. And, I feel the same way. And thankfully, whenever I started playing locally, actually, I knew 3 of the people that we started off with, I
don't think I've ever asked you this. How did you get involved in that?
I had wanted to play it for years, but there's always that stigma of, oh, it's evil, it's the devil, mama.
Okay.
And, I grew up in the South, Southern Baptist, Bible Belt, and everybody's like, oh, that's evil, that's, but it's not.
No.
You can find evil in anything.
Oh, yeah. Look at Harry Potter.
Yeah, Walt Disney. You can find evil in anything if you look hard enough. But I got started playing.
And if you want to make something evil, you can turn it evil.
Yeah, exactly. So I knew 3 of the players, went to school with 2 of them, and was good friends with them. So it helped get started in it. Then I started with the Knights of the Braille, and
So had you played how long had you played before you got started with Knights of the Braille?
About 6 months, 7, 8 months, somewhere along in there.
So you really jumped into DMing then very early.
Yeah. And of course still make mistakes, but there's not a DM who doesn't.
No, I'm sure even everyone's God, Matthew Mercer, makes mistakes.
There's a few that I could call out, but that's not what having fun is about. It's about
No.
Me personally, I'm a fan of his voices and all, but Critical Role, totally different story. I mean, I can see where it'd be a lot of fun, but
it's too long for me to it sounds stupid, I guess, to say, but I run a game, I play in a game, I listen to one podcast that I'm crazily behind on. I don't have time for another 3 hours to keep up with a game. No, I just don't.
And that's why I try to keep our session to 2 hours, so that when you're done editing, it's roughly about an hour and a half. That's very manageable to catch up on. I
like it, but there's more things I want to do than just sit and listen to a D&D podcast. But
there's some people who are like that, though.
Oh, yeah, I understand. I'm just saying for me.
Right. But, the Knights of the Braille, as well as, D&D in general, has, made me some, really good friends. You have you and me, who, just click.
It's crazy how similar we are.
Click just, I think automatically.
We're past the point now where it shocks us anymore, I think.
Yeah.
Because it seemed like for, months, I was like, oh my God, really? To the point where names were similar.
Exactly.
Your sister's name, my maybe sister's name were, the same.
Oh, yeah.
It's just crazy how similar it is.
And Adrian, and I'm not saying I'm not friends with the others, but I've known you and him.
I was going to say our favorite sighty Adrian. Adrian's just an amazing human being.
But I've known you and him.
He's extremely helpful with it. He's extremely helpful if you need anything, but he's also hilarious.
Yes, he is. And I'd like to think that Jim and I have become really good friends.
Right.
Over this. Enough so that, I can text him and say, hey, is there anything I need to do? And he's like, yeah, can you handle this? And I have no problem doing it,
Right.
So I think it has, made not just a good community, but a good, friends. And, like you and I consider each other brothers. So, it can form into a family. While it's not a biological family, there's lots of biological family members that I have that
and basically no one will be listening to this, right?
Yeah, that's the goal, is people to listen to this.
So I guess I shouldn't say that. I guess I shouldn't call out the one person that we both can't stand, Maxine.
Yeah.
Totally kidding.
But yeah, that is the goal of us doing the podcast. My dear friend Jesse, is to get listeners.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to call Maxine out and try to make a joke of it.
But yeah, that's really about it for that little segment of the podcast. I'm trying to keep these fairly short so that it's not overwhelming people.
Are we the only ones that are streaming or putting sessions up on YouTube or anything?
As of right now, yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
So yeah, be sure to check out the Rhymers, and I've been doing some podcast episodes where it's
you have to tell everyone about the great. First of all, you're doing the great walking chores, but you're also doing the critter thing, which is amazing.
That is,
and the host of Critter is
Jim Bob Johansson. That's me, not you, but me.
I love Jim Bob.
Jim Bob does do the crittering, where he goes around and get some of those lesser known magical beasts and monsters and all, and does kind of like a Steve Irwin. Not really a spoof, because I really liked Steve Irwin and what he did. Not making fun of him at all.
Yeah, it's it's like an homage to him.
Yeah, that's how I look at it. But it's taking critters from the D&D realms, giving you a little bit of information about them. So hey, maybe you want to use some of them in your sessions or something.
Because I didn't know about those. about those beetles that are a light source.
Oh yeah, man. There's a lot of cool ones out there. People just don't know about them. You know, because mostly you think goblins, orcs, trolls.
Yeah, right.
You know, let's go off the grid a little bit and do something that's not quite as common. So that's the point of crittering. And you
It
mentioned
is so fun.
and you mentioned the walkthroughs, which is something else that I do. I take towns and villages and do like walking tours of them to introduce you to that. It also gives people a chance to send in audio segments like voice recordings of people in the villages or towns or whatever, to give you a chance to practice your voice acting skills.
People really seem to like that too. The
they
walking
do.
tours.
So I really appreciate everybody who has checked it out. I don't know that I can do a link right now to it on Twitch, but as soon as I figure it out, I will link you to my YouTube channel so that you can click there and go. But I will, of course, post it on Twitter and the Knights of Braille Facebook page, and eventually I'll try to remember to upload it or update the Knights of Braille website with it. But it is a lot of fun. I'm supposed to get some recordings here today or tomorrow from Danny Marie. Hey, Danny. Just waving at you here. Not sure if you can see me or not. Oh, wait, I don't have a camera on, so no, you can't. She's doing the voice of the druid from Thunder Tree for me. So I'm going to be really excited to hear that and, get Thunder Tree worked on and see how it goes from there. But anything else that you'd like to report on, dear sir?
No, there's really nothing from my end.
As he yawns, evidently we're boring him, everybody.
No, I thought about it, but I'm not going to be able to do a Christmas one shot this year, which isn't a bad thing. I don't think, considering how. Can we swear on here?
Yeah.
How bastardized my Christmas. You were part of it. Christmas one shot turned in what it turned into last year.
That was not my fault, though.
No, it was not your fault. It was someone else's fault who we will not name.
Bless them all. But
it was fun. Like it's the only session I've been a part of where I'm like, just stop the recording.
Oh no, it's the second one, because remember the Super Mario Brothers?
Oh yes.
That
was so much fun too.
I just stopped. Haven't thought about Mario the same since. But as always with these videos, I never thought I'd be the one saying it. But please be sure to like, share, and subscribe so that you get all of those different notifications whenever they come in. And if anyone is interested in doing the voice recordings for the walkthroughs, be sure to let me know. You can contact me on Twitter at RichardBean83, or you can email me at DaleJuniorFan83@gmail.com. Jesse, you want to tell them your information, or be like, nah, you don't want to talk to them?
I am on Twitter at TheJesseB83, and my email is jesseb83@comcast.net.
All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. And
the only other thing that I did not bring up, you even asked me, if anyone wants a good book to read, I highly recommend Blood on the Blade. It's $3.99 on Kindle. It is 10 different stories of sword and sorcery, all about like warriors versus magicians, and every story is good. There are a lot of independent authors. It's well worth the $3.99.
I may have to check that out.
I think I would redeem myself from the Star Wars debacle by this.
It would have to be really, really good.
It is. Every story was good.
You might have to lend it to me. When you
that's right. I'm done. You can do that. That's right. Okay.
If they have that property turned on. Since he wants to give a suggestion, I'll give you a suggestion. You'll get more for your money here. 8 books for 99 cents. That's what I paid for it. I'm assuming it's still that. It's The Shadow Order by Michael Robertson. Really good books. I enjoyed it all up until the last one. It had some stuff in there that I felt was forced. Basically like, oh, I need to do this because it's going on in today's society. Let me throw it in there. In fact, you could have left the whole last book out, and I think it would have been a much better series. It's 8 books, really quick reads.
You can't beat it for 99 cents, though, I don't think.
No, you can't. Glad that I got through it, and this is not knocking the series or the author at all. I like going to Dollar General and
I've gotten some great DVDs at Dollar General over the years.
So I'm not knocking it, but it's kind of like a Dollar General version of Star Wars, a blue collar Star Wars. Does it have Jedi? Kind of.
Okay.
Kind of. It has lasers, different aliens, things like that. And unlike Star Wars, their laser blasters can overheat, that's why I'm calling it kind of like a blue collar Star Wars. But definitely check it out, everybody. Thank you for listening.
Oh, one final thing real quick.
Here goes again, everybody.
No, this is for fantasy fans. I'm assuming you're fantasy fans because you're listening to this. Just if you're a fan of The Witcher, just remember season 2 starts on Friday, and I feel like locking myself away and watching the whole thing this weekend, but then I don't want to rush it, so I probably won't.
Is that it, Jesse?
That's it.
Are you sure, Jesse?
Yeah, I'm positive that's it.
One more thing?
Nope.
That's it?
Yep.
Is that your final answer?
The only thing is, thanks for listening.
You are the weakest link.
Bye.